the warranty is really only as good as the installation. So with a warranty, they say, okay, well, this warranty, everyone's like, well, I want a warranty. That warranty, I would say probably less than 2% of people will actually ever call in the warranty. But also, when you're looking at a warranty, it's really only as good as the installation. So again, you want to make sure that you're working with a reputable roofing company. The warranties will list, hey, this warranty is good as long as there are 6 nails and they're done this way. So you can actually have a mediocre shingle, but have a really good crew, and that shingle will last you because the installation, the craftsmanship of that crew is so good. So I would be less worried about the warranty and more worried about that roofing company and what kind of crew are they running.
Came here in 2007, right in the middle of the crazy crisis. If your heart is not into it, do not do it. That's what I always tell them.
If you're making around $70K, look to be able to qualify for a home somewhere around $250, $275 in that bracket.
Onions and juices and all that, and put some lemon and onion, and you make him drink it, right?
And Alex, all my listings need a video. All of them.
All right, everybody, welcome back to your favorite show. Let's keep it right now. I am Danielle Bilumbu, your favorite real estate broker in Houston, and I'm here with my friend
Abu Jabi with AMP Lending. How y'all doing?
Great. Just want to apologize. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I went through a lot lately. I got sick a little bit. So please forgive me. I'll try to speak a little slow because I know my accent and the voice. People will be like, what?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do my best to be very pronouncing my word better and trying to speak Texan. If I can, y'all. Anyway, so we are here today with one of great topics that I want everybody to know and understand and learn about is roof. Everybody needs a roof. Either a renter or property owner, everybody needs to have a roof above your head to be able to take care of your family and be safe. And then what we decided, what better than to have the expert, which is Miss Yolanda Garza.
I don't know if I'd call myself an expert, but
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
She goes on top of the roof, guys.
Yeah.
You see her like that? She's a warrior. She goes on top of the roof, and she's going to let you know what's up with your roof. So thank you so much. You're working with a great company.
Over the top roofing.
Here in Houston area. So we're going to learn. Just sit down, get your popcorn, and then listen because let's go and learn. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Great.
It's a great day for roofing.
Yeah.
It is, especially in Texas, right?
Yes.
Wow. And if we need it, we always have some crazy things going on here in town. If it's not a tornado, if it's not a hurricane, the weather, Mother Nature is just like, woo.
We're in a very interesting part of the world with the way the weather comes in and, between hailstorms and wind and hurricanes, I think, this area gets hit pretty well every year.
It does. And into that, how does the climate and the frequent natural disasters, as far as like hurricane, hails, like you were talking about, affect the durability of a roof?
So, when you consider what's going on during, any given storm, you also have to understand like how a shingle is laid, right? So they're laid in layers, and with wind, it can blow it up. With hail, and you can literally, and this is why we get on top of a roof, because you may have 1 inch or 1.5 inches, but with hail, you will literally see like a round mark in the granules, and it literally, when it hits the granules, it'll pop off, and then it knocks that top layer off. So then you have a shingle that's starting to get thin. And then we also have to consider just the humidity level in the Houston area, and the fact that if you have a shingle that becomes thin or brittle, or the wind has knocked it up, and then the moisture starts accumulating underneath, then we can start running into mold issues.
Oh, wow.
So, and a lot of people, it's just our climate.
Yeah.
So that's just where we live.
I experienced that. You guys fixing my roof. I was having mold.
That's right. Yeah. And it doesn't just get, under, the shingle, which is the decking, but it can get into your attic, and then mold, it grows.
Yeah.
So it will grow in your attic. It can get into the house, into the closet. It goes through the vents. And so it just becomes a larger and larger problem if you don't take care of it.
Yeah.
So pretty much every single time that we have a weather the attack our home here, we should have probably a roof inspection, right?
You should. I mean, you don't necessarily have to do it after every storm. I would recommend, depending on the age of the roof, right? So let's say you just got your roof on last year, or maybe even 2 years ago. I would recommend anywhere between every 3 to 5 years, team up with a roofing company that's reputable. Right, and just have them hop on the roof. I do roof inspections, and I'm so happy to let people know that their roof looks beautiful.
How much it costs the roof inspection?
We don't charge.
Oh,
We don't charge. Because ultimately, if we do see the damage, right, we're going to help them file a claim, and we'll get paid down the road. But also, if we don't see the damage, we don't want to waste our time, and we don't want to, impose any unnecessary, money having to be spent by the homeowner.
Yeah.
And we win their trust, and hopefully down the road they give us a call, or they keep our information and they refer us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And then so what type of material are the best when you decide to do your roof?
So it depends on what you go with.
And with Houston weather condition.
With the Houston weather condition, a lot of it is dependent on the budget, right? So what kind of budget do you have, and what can that afford you? What kind of tile or what kind of roof can you afford? A shingle, they're all pretty much made very much the same.
Okay.
The biggest difference is the weight and how much of the top product is put on that shingle, the granules.
So that's what also makes the difference when the winds come and blow. So the heavier,
the
better.
more protection, the better. And they will literally, you can ask, what is the weight of this bundle? And the heavier the weight, typically, a little bit more expensive, right? And then you have your metal roofs and your tile roofs. So much of that is dependent on the budget, because the metal and the tile are very expensive, but they are so much more durable.
Yeah.
And if you look at the tile, like the Spanish tile, it's a certain look. So if it doesn't go with the house, you're probably not going to do that Spanish tile, right?
Exactly.
But
the Spanish tile, which type of material is that? It doesn't look like a regular composite.
That's a really good question. I would have to find out, but it's a very, it is a heavy tile.
It is. It looks clayish, like.
You know what? I'm going to have to say it's probably clay.
Yeah, it looks
But,
clayish, like.
yes.
And is the best one in Houston weather, you think?
If I were, it depends. I honestly think that it has to do with the look of the house.
Okay.
Because a metal roof, that can withstand a lot. But the metal roofs are very expensive. A metal roof can cost as much as a house.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Easy.
wow.
Easy. Yeah, we just did a metal roof. It was over $1 million.
But this is for like $1 million property, huh?
It was a commercial. It was actually a commercial property.
So commercial property, which type of roof do they have compared to regular residential?
So they have, a lot of them will have a flat type of shingle. It's actually cheaper.
Oh, really?
It's a cheaper material, but I don't know why if you notice that a lot of them, they just have a flat roof. It's a completely different type of cover, different kind of shingle, but a lot of them will have the metal too. And those are very expensive.
So with the metal roofs, when do those have to be changed, if any?
So the metal roofs are changed, like, let's say when the rust begins. It's really, the metal roofs will last so much longer, but also it's very dependent on how much damage is being done to that roof. Where is it located? Is it starting to rust? And then there's also like a completely different system underneath that roof. So what's going on with that system under that roof?
Okay.
So, and you should be, with metal roofs, you should be getting them inspected as well. But a lot of times, people will see inside their homes or businesses, they'll see damage on the inside as well. But you shouldn't wait till it gets to there.
And what's the best things to do to maintain a roof in general?
You know, I wish I could say, you know, there's things that we can do to maintain our homes, and then because this is an exterior, there's so much that we just don't have control of. But my top tip would be to take care of the trees around your home. Trees can protect the roof to a certain extent, but if a tree is laying, or if the branches are resting, or even if it's just up against the house, that tree, when the wind blows and stuff like that, it will literally rub the granules off of the shingle. So just make sure that the trees aren't resting on the roof. They're not rubbing up against the roof. And then, you know, with Hurricane Beryl that just came through, I don't know if we've ever had a hurricane that has done that much damage to trees. Yeah. But a tree that is dead, that is close to your house, is a disaster waiting to happen.
But you've seen some, huh? With Beryl
Absolutely.
Lately.
Yeah.
What's some of the examples that you've seen so far?
So, and unfortunately, especially with the pine trees, you know, they get incredibly tall, and they're not dead, they're alive. That is one of the hazards of living around trees. But there are plenty of times when there was a dead tree from one neighbor, and that tree fell on the other neighbor's house. And guess who's responsible? It's the person who didn't maintain that tree.
So that will be his home insurance that should pay the neighbor's roof,
correct.
Right?
And it has really created some very tense situations between neighbors.
Yeah.
People don't understand that they have to maintain the trees on their property, and they don't understand how homeowners insurance works. So it's very important. I always say the best way to maintain your roof, because there's very little we can do about the weather, but we 100% can control the trees around us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. One time one of my neighbors sent us a text message and say, hey, because we have the palm tree in the back.
Yeah.
They were dead.
Yes.
And then I don't pay attention to it. You know, I just go to the backyard for the pool, and that's it. And then he sent a text and said, hey, guys, could you check those trees and stuff? And we would look and say, well, they're fine. To me, I even didn't know they were dead. You see them standing, so I was just like, oh, okay. But then I realized, I started looking, I was like, if these two fell off, his backyard and the roof above, he's new, because he has a very nice, how we call that, kitchen, outdoor kitchen with cover of the roof on top of it. It's going to be gone. So we cut it. I'm glad we did it before we had all these crazy of May. We cut it, I think it was in March. We had them removed.
Yeah, and not to get too heavy, but with the tropical trees, you know, those leaves are they're spiky. You definitely don't want that falling on a person. Yeah. So if it's dead, if it doesn't look well, get an arborist out there, maintain your trees.
Yeah, it costs about $300 to $400 just to trim
the trees.
One tree. Yeah, because I got a few quotes lately for a few clients, and for one tree, it does it get costly. So,
it does.
But we need those trees.
Yeah.
So we can breathe.
It makes the property look good too.
Yes. Yes.
And the HOA will make sure you keep those trees.
Yes. Yeah. No. Definitely keep the trees that are healthy, and do what you can to maintain them. But also, if it needs to be taken down, if it's dead, then spend the money, take care of it.
And then sometime when we have clients that do a home inspection because they purchased their home, they will the home inspector will say you need to check the flashing. How often do you have to get your flashing all around your roof taken care of, check? you think?
You know, for the flashing, I would say it really goes along just with the roof itself. If the roof is pretty healthy, the flashing is going to be pretty healthy.
Okay.
It all kind of deteriorates at the same time. It's all external with the humidity and the rain and the storms that we get. But yeah, if you're buying a home, you should always get inspected, right? If it's an older home, you should, and the inspector will let you know if they're a good inspector, whether or not you need to get a roofing company, and your realtor may even let you know. But if it's an older home and you're buying, I would say have a relationship with a reputable roofing company and go ahead and have them inspect it for you. Yeah. We hop on the roof. You know, we hop on the roof. We're knowledgeable. We take pictures, and we'll be honest with you. We'll let you know.
So when it comes to consumers, what would you advise them as far as what type of roofing company they should choose?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. No, not all roofing companies are the same. So when I look at social media and when people are looking for a roofing company and they post like on, you know, I love whatever, I love Conroe, I Tomball, I cringe when they're like in search of ISO, a roofing company, and then you just see like 500 comments on there, right? Yeah. And every roofer is throwing their information, and it's like, oh man. First of all, I would be so overwhelmed doing that and getting so many different, recommendations. My first recommendation would be to ask someone that you trust. Hey, have you ever gotten your roof replaced? Do you have somebody that you would recommend? Yeah. Have you had a personal experience with a roofing company? That would be my number one thing, because a referral is always the best kind. Right. The second thing would be take a look. If you don't know anybody that can make a recommendation and you have to start going out there and search, look at the Better Business Bureau, look at their Google reviews, make sure that they are insured. Okay, that's so important. Go to their Facebook page, see what people are saying about them.
Because I understand a lot of roofing company they just they're subcontract for other people.
A lot of, especially during the hurricanes and different storms, there are roofers that will come in and they literally go door knocking. If they're not willing to sit down and explain the claims process, if they're not communicating with you properly, if they want cash, like they want to do a repair for $3,000, shy away from that. And if you don't have a recommendation, go ahead and talk to maybe a couple of different roofers, and then figure out who you're going to go with. Find a reputable roofing company. Make sure they're insured. So we have commercial, we have residential, we have a $2 million umbrella policy, but we also carry workers' comp. Okay. So the insurance part is in case we do something to the house, right? The workers' comp is in case one of our crew guys gets injured while replacing the roof. There's a lot of roofing companies that don't have that. So get paired up with someone that you trust, that is reputable, and have them sit down and help you with the claims process. And that way you can avoid opening up a claim that isn't going to be won, and then that's counted against you. Every time you file a claim, it's counted against you.
Especially, oh my God, if the person get injured or worse, die on your property, the house will be stigmatized. You would have to tell everybody that, unfortunately, the person,
Right. Yeah. So workers' comp, just make sure your contractor is covered. Yeah. And that way that it takes that part, because you already have so much on your plate, it takes that part off of your plate. Yeah. And then make sure that they're going to sit down and break it down, do the claims process, understand the estimate, understand what your deductible is, help you out with all of that, because it's already stressful that you're having to file a claim for whatever reason. All of that is already stressful. So you want somebody that's knowledgeable and that's going to sit down and explain things to you and take that time. You want a true professional in your corner. Yeah. That's just basically what it boils down to.
Yeah. Okay. And then, sometimes we have people that own the house and everybody wants to be energy efficient. And sometimes you would have people, they would have solar energy panel on the roof, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody out there, if you purchase a home, you have solar panel, you have, sometimes the seller still carry a note, and then make sure you have all the paperwork with that, and then understand that you may have to carry that note when you purchase this home. Mm-hmm. But also, how did that happen when someone needs to repair or replace the roof? And does the solar panel mess up the roof also?
No, it doesn't. What I'm learning is there are some big pros and big cons with the solar panel, and it's really, everybody has a place that they're going to stand on this, and I'm not here to argue whether or not we should go solar.
Don't be attacking her on social media in the comment section, please.
I am not going to argue. That is a personal decision. But the insurance companies do provide more money for the solar panels. Understand that removing and putting the solar panel is going to be almost this exact same cost or more as the shingle that it's covering.
Oh, wow.
But it also provides some extra protection, and the insurance companies do provide that added dollar so that you can remove that solar panel and put it back. Just make sure that if it's under warranty, the roofing company is going to abide by the warranty, so the warranty doesn't go away or whatever. But no, the solar panels do not hurt the shingle. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, they probably protect it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it is expensive, especially if you're paying out of pocket. If you have to remove that solar panel, it's very expensive to remove it and then put it back on after. Mm-hmm. So if you have, let's say you have a 27 panel solar panel roof, but you have a 35 shingle roof, well, it's almost like purchasing two roofs there.
Oh, wow.
So, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if it works out in the end money-wise for somebody, but
it does help a lot of people save money on
in the long run, maybe. I don't know. I haven't sat down and run the numbers, but in my opinion, if you have solar panels on your house, I think it actually provides a little bit more protection. But it definitely doesn't hurt the shingle.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. So what are the warranties? Sometimes people will install a roof, and it's going to be a 30-year roof. When they say 30, 40, or whatever year they give you, which part is the warranty in there?
So that's a really good question. And this is what I'm going to say about the warranty. The better the product, the better the warranty. Right? Because a company is going to be willing to stand behind a good product. Mm-hmm. The warranty is really only as good as the installation. So with a warranty, they say, okay, well, this warranty, everyone's like, well, I want a warranty. That warranty, I would say probably less than 2% of people will actually ever call in the warranty. But also, when you're looking at a warranty, it's really only as good as the installation. So again, you want to make sure that you're working with a reputable roofing company. Mm-hmm. The warranties will list, hey, this warranty is good as long as there are 6 nails and they're done this way. So you can actually have a mediocre shingle, but have a really good crew. And that shingle will last you because the installation, the craftsmanship of that crew is so good. Mm-hmm. So I would be less worried about the warranty and more worried about that roofing company and what kind of crew are they running with.
Okay. And this company, when they provide you warranty, are they a third-party company that sign and get in the contract for warranty, or is actually the roofer who's going to provide you
it's not warranty? It's not the roofer. It's the shingle manufacturer. So at the end, when you make the last payment for the roof, they will mail you the warranty certificate.
Okay.
And there's different aspects. So there's the performance of the shingle. There's also algae. And so there's different aspects of the warranty. And it is good to know.
Yeah.
But again, you're more than likely never going to call in on that warranty. If for some reason, let's say, and this does happen, let's say we install a roof and 1 year later you discover a leak. Okay? You want to make sure that the roofing company that installed that roof is going to be around in 1 year.
Exactly.
Because you're not going to call the shingle manufacturer. You're going to call the roofer.
Yeah.
And we will immediately go out, and also as soon as you discover something like that, go ahead and call them like as quickly as possible, because you want that warranty not only followed through with, but if there's going to be damage, limit it as much as possible. So if for some reason you get a new roof and you see a leak, let your roofer know ASAP so that they can get out there and make it right.
Yeah.
Right? We're all human. And there are mistakes that are made. Very unlikely that you're going to have to call in on the warranty. It's more going to be on the craftsmanship, right? So call that roofer. Make sure that you team up with a reputable roofer, knowing that if something happens 1 or 2 years down the road, they're going to be back to fix what they need to fix.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So, and still talking about energy efficient, does the roof play a significant role in the cost of energy efficiency and things like that? Some roof will give you more.
It's not. I would say maybe a heavier shingle. The energy efficiency is really going to come with what's right under that roof.
Okay.
And
insulation
and the insulation,
the type of material they were used,
the radiant heat barrier, all the added extras that
window,
we put in, the windows. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Well, we learned a lot.
It's more than what you would think, right?
Yeah.
I thought that roofing was going to be real simple.
Yeah.
Famous last words.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So as you heard today, that was very important information for, I believe, everybody should know. Make sure to share that, spread the word, and then make sure to let all your friends and family, even yourself, if you'd like to have a free roof inspection with Yolanda team, they can do that for you. How they can reach out to you?
So I'm on Facebook. Over the Top Roofing is on Facebook as well. But my cell, can I give my cell phone? Mm-hmm. So my cell, and it's my cell. It's my personal. And you can reach me anytime, because I know when it comes to roofing, it's so scary when you've got water coming through. So 832-948-6026, and I almost always respond immediately unless I'm asleep. So.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching us today. We're looking forward to see you next time.
All right. Thank you.
Came here in 2007, right in the middle of the crazy crisis. If your heart is not into it, do not do it. That's what I always tell them.
If you're making around $70K, look to be able to qualify for a home somewhere around $250, $275 in that bracket.
Onions and juices and all that, and put some lemon and onion, and you make him drink it, right?
And Alex, all my listings need a video. All of them.